Bro, you are working. Do you know what you've done for me?
What I do?
You don't? You don't know what you've done
No,
for me?
no, no.
I've been
What I
talking
do?
about you. I've been talking about you for freaking 2 weeks.
Really? What? what's going on right now? What happened?
You posted about me in our chat in your Go Abundance Emerge group.
Yeah.
And then let me tell you who I met because of that.
Okay.
I met, let's see. Actually, oh, you know what? This is why I have this. Hang on. So sorry. This is going to be slick once I get it.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I met like 5 people that I don't know, that are actual strangers that don't know me from any of my stuff. They know me 100% because of you. And then they signed up, and actually, let's see, Dan Greggs, Renee Bacon, Jason Regan, Chris Mers, Sue Soller, Salvador Constaneda, Bill Huber, and Red Dionisio.
Yep, all from Go Abundance. All Go Abundance.
Yeah, they're all because of you. That's 8 people, bro.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad I got to connecting with you.
I'm glad too.
I was excited. Thankful. I was like, yo, I got to drop Alex's stuff in here.
Dude, I'm thankful. So what's interesting, Oliver, is one, I really am thankful because I love talking to people. I'm not like doing any business with these folks, certainly not yet. I don't have any business to really, unless they want to invest with me. Like, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it to serve. But what's interesting is how many people came up and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk to this guy. And I mean, I assume you gave me like, you must have given me a glowing review. But I think people I'm continuously surprised. I think people are desperate for friendship, and it's growing. Their want is growing. Yeah. And so I'm like, hey, I'll be your friend for 30 minutes. Let's just chat. And they're like, I swear, quote, they're like, I'm so glad you do this. And I'm like, do what? Do what? Talk to people?
Right.
What the heck? So
it's like, how hard is it? Right.
Yeah, it's so funny. And I've been doing it for years. I swear, 2 things. One, I think people are like, they need friendship. They need, I think some of them, they need like, I call it public therapy, which I'm happy to do. Some people just need somebody to like fucking talk their problems out with, which I love doing. Right.
Yeah.
I talk about real estate probably fucking 20% of the time, but I don't know why, but I'm built for it. But anyways, thank you. I say all that to say that was a 3-minute.
No, man, I'm glad it worked out really well. Yeah. I made sure, I was like, all right, I'm about to hype Alex the hell up. Like, I'm about to, so I'm in there, I'm giving you the Flavor Flav type up, right? Like, so I put it in there, and then I said, hey, y'all reach out to Alex. I had a great conversation with him. He's a good dude. I dare say a newfound friend. I think y'all should reach out to him and talk to him. You never know what you could get out of conversation, let alone you might get a new friend. So clearly that message worked. But I'm glad you talked to them. All of them are doing well and excited, and they were all like, "Hey man, I booked the call with Alex. It was so good. Yada yada yada." I'm like, "Oh snap!" So it took off. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting journey. So, anyways, I'm very thankful. What can I do to make your life better, dude? I owe you. I'm in debt to you,
bro. You're already doing enough just by taking this call. I mean, just having that friendship with you is kind of dope to be able to message somebody who kind of gets the stuff I get. I know. I'll tell you what. We could talk a little bit. And speaking of real estate, I can get you a little bit of your advice on something. I got a 228 unit and a 48 unit we're looking at right now. The tricky part is, I don't know anybody in construction. I got to find somebody, because these places, like one of them, they got one building that's just the studs. It's just not in the studs. It's the foundation. And then another one, the 228, it has like 7 properties have to be rebuilt. There's supposed to be 4 of those supposed to be demoed. 7 of them are just down. Sorry, it's the other way around. 7 are demoed. 4 of them are down. And then they got some other ones that they call partially down. I don't know what that means. But it's turned into this whirlwind in the last couple of weeks. So I think, I don't know. I'd love to hear because I know you got more experience in that stuff than I do. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on finding somebody who can handle a project that big, because I'm not sure where to start on that.
Where's the property located, Oliver?
Huntsville, Alabama. Both of them.
Construction in New Hampshire doesn't help construction in Huntsville,
Alabama. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
just
straight up like different building laws. They're not gonna have the contractors. Like you need somebody who's like knows that area. That being said, let me put a to-do list. So two things.
Talk to me.
And sorry, I got to write it down right away, else I will fucking forget 100%.
No. I 100% get it. I'm typing stuff as you're talking to make sure I don't forget.
So I can ask. I can ask like my social. One of the things I've been doing since I started this is I just started it is I created a private WhatsApp group, not for any real purpose, but just like a collection of my people, because I want a better way to connect people. I'm like, I just want to go into my group and ask. Who knows somebody in Huntsville, Alabama, and like have a set of people that are like, okay, this isn't just like some stranger. This is, you know, Alex and his people. Like, you know, I want to create opportunities where if I ask, like, hey, not ask for help, but like, here's an opportunity. Does anybody know how to solve this problem for somebody inside of this community? And you create a little, like, huddy hole of helpers. I mean, essentially that's what GoBundance and War Room is. Essentially it's the same, but it's just, you know, my folks, I guess. But I want to use it as my like networking, my connecting tool. So that's really new right now, but I'd love to. I'll probably dump you in there, and if you use WhatsApp, I'll probably dump you in there. That's not gonna be that useful now. It's like 10 people in there, but that's how it'll work in the future, I think.
No, I love it. Yeah, I'd love to be a part. I mean, I wouldn't. Don't sell yourself short, bro. Like it don't always necessarily have to be connecting one with the other. Sometimes it's just like you being that therapy for some of our friends call, right? It's just sometimes just the conversation you need more than anything else. Talk through it.
Yeah, I just want a way to serve people. That's not. I don't think social media is the right way to do it. So
yeah, social media is getting wild now.
Yeah, it's for everybody. I don't want to talk to everybody. Honestly, it's so weird. I want to scale one-on-one conversations. Is what I really want to do. You're like, how do you scale one-on-one conversations? I'm like, you have a fucking lot of them. Yeah. Anyways, I don't mean to derail it. So okay, I know a couple people who buy and operate 220 units. I think Alabama may be a blessing or a curse for them. I don't know. I can ask around. 220 units is enough to get partners of mine that are like very legitimate, interested.
Yeah.
But the deal has to be spicy. So like, is there a lot of meat on the bone? If you say there's like big rehabs needed, then I assume it's got like a low price. I mean, you know, is this something you could? Is this something you'd be willing to send me if I could look at it and be like, hey, that's a deal. You just need like a sophisticated operator. If I could, I could turn that over to somebody. I mean, somebody else would take that deal, I think, if they can make money on it and turn it around. I know people who have those resources.
Right.
But if you want to fix the deal up and you need like contractors and stuff, I can poke around. I don't know any about the top of my head.
I think so. We already intended on bringing in a more senior partner, basically, and taking the secondary seat, if you will. So our thought process was I got myself and Ryan. By the way, bro, Ryan is like, he's like a dude version of Hammer Robles mixed with a little bit of style and grace in the UK. Like it's been nuts, the conversation me and Ryan have. Like he'll send me a look at a deal and he's got like boxes. Alex, boxes. He's doing ESPN breakdowns on real estate deals in email form. This guy is phenomenal. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. I wanted to thank you for connecting me with Ryan. He's Ryan Brooks. Oh, so last time we talked, he was like, hey, yeah, you said, yo, reach out to Ryan Brooks. I said, okay, say less. I reached out to Ryan.
Yeah, he's good.
Alex, bro, I told my wife, I was like, yo, I said, babe, I've never met anybody who communicates like Ryan. And he sends me these diagrams and breakdowns of deals. And it's not just, oh, it's this much. It's in this area here with the square, it's this much. If you go from here to here, that's the flow of traffic. The flow of traffic is going backwards, which causes the price of the property to go up significantly come third quarter. I'm like, what is he talking about? This guy's nuts, right? So Alex, Ryan has been a godsend, first of all. So I'll absolutely send you what Ryan sent. But my biggest thing, of course, is I want to make sure me and Ryan can run with whoever takes over as a lead and do the work. Probably me more so than Ryan, because Ryan's, of course, in the UK. But doing the groundwork, stuff like that, working as a secondary to that lead and still, you know, of course, still making the money. But
yeah, well, so generally what happens is, I mean, I don't know what'll happen, but I'll give you the extreme case. Extreme case is like, hey, you turn this deal over to somebody who knows how to do it, and they're going to basically take it away from you, essentially. But they'll keep you as a GP partner, like as a partner, because you found the deal, and you can be included to help and learn. But that will be more like, hey, if you give it to somebody, they're gonna somebody who knows, they're not going to want to. They'll teach you, but they're not going to want you to get in the way. On a 220.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I don't think the biggest thing is making sure the compensation, really more so Ryan than just me. Ryan definitely gets that compensation for the work he's done. Of course, I'd like to too, but having the number being smaller for that versus the education we get on the other side, I think is more important.
I wouldn't put you up with anybody that would box you out. I just want you to understand, set expectations a little bit. People are like, I want to keep 80% of the deal, but I want to give it to somebody else, and I want them to do all the work because I don't know how to do it. I'm like, it don't work that way.
No.
Okay.
No. That's not how it works.
Have Ryan send me maybe a preliminary underwriting if he's got one. I actually have a 168 unit I need help with, so I'm going to send him some deals this weekend because he's been underwriting some deals for me. Okay. And I used to do underwriting, so I can help him maybe tighten his game up on your deal before we send it over. What you don't want to do, here's a good tip, what you don't want to do with an experienced partner or operator is send them work. You want to send them decisions. Hey, this is a deal. This already makes money. Right. Do you want it? And they'll do their little thing. But what you don't want to do is like, hey, I don't know if it's a deal, but you have to go do all the underwriting. You know, it just got sent to me. It's like you're just sending them work you don't want to do. Now you're not adding any value. But if you can go to them and say, hey, we already underwrote this property. We like this deal. We think it makes money. We don't have the capital. Right. We don't have a Huntsville, Alabama. We don't have the operating specs. So like we need a partner on this. But like we'll bring you rather than somebody else because this is a deal. Somebody's going to buy it. We'll bring you this deal.
Right.
But anyways, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let me talk to or have Ryan reach out to me, or I can talk to him. I talk to him every day now, or every week now.
Say less. No, I'll send him a message.
Yeah, and just like, hey, let's all have a quick little conversation about this property. If it's a deal, which if there's a bunch of units that need to be rehabbed, I can't imagine they're asking for all the money. Problems are valuable. Problems are profitable.
That's a fact.
Problems are profitable. They are. So somebody's gonna look at that and go, yeah, I want to buy 220 units, but I don't fucking know how. So then they don't. Right. So then the price goes lower because there's fewer buyers. So then the other guy's like, well, I can do it. Right. But I'm not paying top dollar for it. I got to pay this, but I can do it. So I'll buy it. And somebody will buy those problems because they're like, I can fix it. So the idea is, hey, if there's a bunch of problems, it's like, we just got to find the right buyer, which I have two in mind that would be very, very capable at 200 units and in that area and could raise the money in a cocaine heartbeat.
Cocaine heartbeat. Now that's fast. Holy smokes. No, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Going back to what you said earlier, though, let me ask you this. And this is just to connect the dots in my head. Would you say the right way to present it is like I would a COA brief to like a commander? Like, hey, these are all, this is the exit here, there's this exit, like break it all down to that level of detail? Or would it just be, like you said, a just overview? Hey, this is what is going to make deal. We've done the work. You just have to figure out what that course of action will be best for you. Or does it matter?
I would say people are varied and complicated, and some people have more time than others and more attention than others. So the idea is this. These deals are big. They don't happen in one day. They're not like, I've walked up to single family homes before and I'm like, 60 grand? Write a check. Like, when can we do this? Like, I'm ready to go. We can sign the paperwork right now. With 220 units, and you don't do that, right? It's okay. Yeah. Okay, we kind of have to have a business plan before we put the LOI in, before we put the offer in. So things just go slower. They require more parts. They have to think about how they're going to sell this to their investors. They have to think about the resources they have, timelines. They have other projects. Right. And so that process happens even when you start presenting deals. So it's kind of like, hey, I have a deal. You know, does it fit your buy box? This is what we have. You know, it's 220 units in Huntsville, Alabama. It's a shit show. It needs this work. Do you have exclusive rights to the property, or is it just like on the market?
That one is on the market. The 48 unit we have that's on the other side of Huntsville, that one is off market. It's just us and the lady who owns it having that conversation.
So 48 units is a different problem. The 100-unit mark really makes a difference between national and local investors, but that's a different story. We'll get there. Right. So it really just matters. It's like, can you present this thing in a way where you want to unfold it like an onion, sort of? So you want to be like, look, we have it. Like, you want to show them the opportunity first. Hey, I got a deal. It's 220 units, right? We can it's under rented. It's freaking 40% vacant. It needs a big rehab. Nobody's going to go near this thing. Yep. Here's the opportunity. And somebody's going to be like, okay, now I'm listening. and then you unfold it like an onion. So how fast you unfold the onion, it's like, well, it depends on how much time they have, how well you communicate the problem, how excited they are about it. And so that's just like because there's no way for you to sit down in 1 hour, even 1 hour with anybody and be like, here's a deal. And they're like, okay, give me more. Can I get more data? Like, how are we going to pay for this thing? How long is it going to take us to put an LOI in? So these things just they just take a little bit more time. So when you ask me, like, how do you present it to somebody? I'm like, you show them the opportunity first, and then you start unpacking, like, what is going to need to get done and who's going to need to be included to start moving forward. And you see closer and closer if the people in the room fit those needs. Does that make sense?
Okay. No, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that definitely makes sense. And just like you said, it is, depending on the person, they're varied. You know, of course, I'm going to go back to the military thought process is the COA thing, but I think sometimes the COA thing can be too overwhelming and people are like, no, I'm good. You're doing too much, that kind of thing. So
yeah, people don't want all the information all at once because it's like, I can't take in all that information. So some people, it's like, here's the 30-minute presentation. Here's what it is. Okay, I need you to go do some stuff. And then I'll hit you back in a day or 2, 3 days and say, okay, you did some research. Do you have time for this? Are your investors going to go for this? Talk to your equity team. Okay, yeah, we like Huntsville. Because some people will be like, I don't know about that area. Let me check with my team.
Right.
Hey, we like Huntsville. We like Huntsville. Okay, tell me more. What else you got? Where is it in Huntsville? My partner's an expert in Huntsville. So you start narrowing things down and you start realizing like, oh, yeah, we can afford this. Yes, it's underpriced because this thing. Oh, turns out we have a connection in Huntsville who's a contractor, something, right? We have a builder there, so like, no problem on the rehab. Those sort of conversations have to outflow, and so you start having those. You start going through all the problems list, and finding out, are these problems profitable for us, or are they just pains? Right. So it's just, and I'm not an expert, Oliver, but that's kind of how I go about it. I get an opportunity. And then I start telling the fucking world, right? I start telling the world, and I'm like, "Who wants to work on this with me?" And you start to see, "Hey, I'm interested in that," because some people are not interested. I'm interested in that. Okay, can we do this together? What exactly do you want to do? What exactly do I want to do? Because I might not want to work with you. So like, you just start again. I'm rambling, unpeeling the onion.
No, I like it when you ramble. I get more when you ramble. So please feel free to ramble on, brother. I got no problem with that at all. But yeah, okay, dope. But yeah, how's everything else been though?
I'm the luckiest guy on earth.
Oh, word? What happened lucky this week? Tell me about it. Let's hear about the luck this week.
I woke up.
Okay, amen.
I'm in good shape.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I got a lady who loves me.
That's always a great thing.
I got a little bit of money in the bank.
Facts. Okay.
I got no shortage of goodwill in the market. Like people in the social market, like people like me. They want to help me. They're looking out. That feels good, and I live in America.
I like it. Hey, that's the tippy of the top right there. That's the tip of it.
Actually, and I live in Maui, so
yeah, that ain't bad either. I mean, that ain't bad either. I love it. Yeah, man, that's phenomenal. Yeah, you're definitely living a good life. I got no complaints either. I had to get my appendix pulled this week.
Ooh, that was tell me about that. I haven't had that done.
So what was it? I think it was like Wednesday, right? Wednesday, I got up. Normal schedule, get up, hit the gym, get back, have my little grits. I go to work. While I'm at work, my stomach starts hurting. I'm like, am I losing my mind? So I'm just, maybe it's something I ate. Maybe that toast had some mold on it or something. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I did something silly. So I'm just trying to work my way through it. I said, all right. I told my boss, hey, sir, let me, I'm going to work from the house if that's okay. My stomach is killing me. I don't know what's going on. He said, yeah, go ahead, Perry. So I take my computer, head back to the house. Try to make an appointment. Doctor's like, of course, military doctor's like, hey, we ain't got nothing for another 4 or 5 hours. You're going to have to come back. I said, all right, cool.
Also, you're probably fine. Here's some Motrin.
Yeah, right. Yeah, here's some Motrin. So I go home, I lay down, and I tell my wife, hey, listen, at 2 o'clock, get me up. If I'm feeling better, I'll call the medical and tell them I don't need it. Otherwise, we going. She said, okay, cool. I kind of fall asleep, wake up, and I'm like, I'm talking pain, Alex. Like I'm over here doing labor breaths. I'm hee-hooing, right, the whole time. So she drives me to the doctor's office. I get in there. They're like,
wait. How much is she making fun of you? How much is she making fun of you while this is happening?
She's not. Thank God. because I'd have been livid. She wasn't. She didn't make any fun. She didn't make no jokes, no nothing.
She would have been like, "Oh, little dainty little Alex. He's doing
my God,
exercise,
bro.
That's so cute. Your little tum hurt."
Bro, Miss Kate is a savage. Mine, she will do like later on. I'm gonna hear the stories. I already know. We're gonna be driving one day. She'll be like, "I'm all right. Listen, get out, get out my truck, get out." Right? Latoya 100% will do that later on. But for this moment, we was good. She was more worried about me than anything else. So we get out there, and the guy's like, "Hey, Perry, there's nothing I can do for you. We don't have anything to check you out." I'm like, "Let me get this right. I'm at a U.S. Army post, and y'all telling me we don't have nothing. We can't do X-rays, CT scans. Y'all can't draw blood." He's like, "Perry, you're going to have to go emergency." I said, "All right, cool. Say less." So we leave. I tell my wife, "Hey, it died down a little bit because I forced myself to throw up, and I tried to use the bathroom and all that stuff." Right? It's an old trick I learned when I was like crap drunk. I would do the finger thing and force everything out. So I thought that was it. An hour, 2 hours later, I'm like, "Yo, we got to go to the emergency room. I don't know what's going on. I still feel it. We got to go to the emergency room." I get there, and they're like, "Hey, you got early appendicitis." I'm like, "What do you mean? What does early appendicitis mean?" It's like, "Yeah, your appendix will probably burst here soon." So I spend the night in the hospital. The next day, they take me to an emergency surgery, cut me open, 3 holes, pop, 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 put me to sleep, wake me back up, and they kick me out. And now I'm at the house, high on oxycodone, and about to watch Arsenal match, talking to my boy Alex. That's it. And now we're back. So it's nuts, bro. It's nuts.
Damn. Well, I've never done it, and actually about to lose my health insurance, so now I'm a little spooked. I'm like, shit, what if that happens to me and I got to pay a $31,000 ER
Oh my God. Dude, my copay was like $50. She was like $50. I was like, $50? Oh, say less. Here you go.
Yeah, I got that in my pocket. What's up?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, man.
Well, sorry for your trouble. It could have been worse, it sounds like.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, it could have, but thank God, right? Like, luckiest man in the world. You know what I mean? Right place, right time.
Now you didn't get that extra weight. You lost 3 pounds.
Boom! Right? We're already on the right track. Everything is positive out here, Alex. Everything is positive.
I love it. Everything is working. I love it.
That's it. It's always in the favor, man. Always in the favor. But yeah. Damn. So that was that. Yeah. But I can't lift. I can't run nothing like that for like a week. After that, I'm gonna get back to it.
Heavy anyway.
Hey man, watch your mouth when you're talking to me. Be careful. I gotta share weights in the gym. Everybody else needs to work out too. I try not to be greedy. That's all.
Good for you. Well, damn. I never had it done. I'm thinking about it.
You don't, bro. You don't want to have it done. And they said normally it's like kids. It's not. It doesn't happen in adults normally. So it's normally kids. So you should be okay. Yeah, you should be all right.
I'm like, I'm like waiting for it one day for some reason. I'm like, that shit's gonna happen to me. I don't know why.
I mean, you can speak it up into existence. It'll happen. Don't speak.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
There you go. There you go. That's it.
Well, all right, dude. I'm gonna reach out to Ryan. I'm gonna add you to this WhatsApp group. It's very small, but it's growing, and I'm trying to find I'm trying to collect like the right people into it. But I'll see if I can help you guys with this. Like, let me just take a peek at this deal, and see if it's something I can help with. And if so, I can connect you with some people that can do deals like that, no problem. So, and I have a few actually. I just thought of another one. I got a few. So, yeah,
bro. We'd be forever grateful, bro. That'd be amazing. First round on me when I come to Maui. That'll be amazing.
All right. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave Maui, so like you need to come.
What? Where are you gonna go?
Austin.
Oh, even better. I'm gonna be Austin in May. Yeah. May is the Go Abundance Emerge event. Yeah. No, I'll come to you. What are you talking about? You ain't got to be there. You just tell me where you want to meet, and I'll come to you.
Where's it at? Let me look that up.
So they're doing it in Austin. They're gonna do it at the Marriott, the Austin. I think it's Austin Hilton or Austin Marriott, one of the two, downtown. But I will escape.
I took a risk. First time in my life, I took a risk like this.
How so?
I've always wanted to live in a city, but then I always end up like getting scared, so I just like live in the outskirts.
What's so scary about the city though? Why are you scared of the city?
The cost, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's pricey. It is pricey.
And I've always had dogs, and now I don't have dogs. So I'm like, okay. And Miss Kate wants to live downtown, so I'm like, okay, look, let's just. Even though I have no idea what I'm gonna do for money right now,
right?
I have no idea what I'm gonna do for money. We signed a $3,000 a month lease, but we are gonna live in the heart of walkable downtown Austin. And the idea is, I'm like, dude, it's gonna be such a life experience.
Yeah.
And it'll be so close to things that I'm like, what could this make us by being close to the action rather than having to do like a commute, like a 20-minute commute because you live in the outskirts of the suburbs?
Right. Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to be living downtown, so wherever this place is, I'm looking at it now.
I think it's only...
Hilton. Oh, the Hilton. Oh, I stayed here.
Yep, Austin.
Let's see.
Trying to find my hotel reservation. Where is it at? Yep, Hilton. Yep, Hilton Austin. From 1 to 5 May. I might extend an extra day if you're out there.
Dude, I want to go to it, but I think I'm going to have a thing. I am a 15-minute walk and a 4-minute drive from that place. My apartment.
Bro, you trip. Listen, even if you can't make it to the event, say no more.
I'll come. I think, dude, a 15-minute walk, I might just come crash the lobby.
Just hang out in the lobby?
Yeah, I'm just here working, bitch. What?
I'm just out here. I like it. Nah, that'd be dope, bro. I'd love it. I'd love to be able to sit down and kick it with you in person. A few drinks, I'm sure. We'd have a good time. What does
GoBundance Emerge cost?
I don't know anymore. So I've been in it so long. I was in it when it started, and I was helping Jamie Gruber, the guy who put it together, behind the scenes before that. So he put me on this lifetime. Yeah, so he put me on this lifetime thing from that point forward, and I've just always been integrated in GoBundance Emerge. Because of deployment, I had to pull back a little bit, and now I'm slowly getting my way back into it. Working on the setup, fixing that back up again. So I'm doing all the work behind the scenes.
Where do you live again, Oliver?
I'm in Huntsville, Alabama right now.
Dude. I got stuff in the works that I think you'd be... Yeah, let me add you this WhatsApp group. I got stuff coming that I'm like... How far away is Huntsville from Austin?
From Austin? That's a flight.
Is it a flight?
Yeah. So I think it takes like 4 or 5 hours via flight.
Oh,
including layovers, of course.
Drive. That is America's big, bro.
Bro, Texas is a country by itself.
Yeah,
let alone
I never lived there.
else.
And also, like, it's like not on the outskirts. It's like in the center.
It's in it. It's smack in the middle, and it's bro. I had to go from Austin to San Antonio to Fort Hood, and they were like, "Oh, you can't drive that." I said, "What you mean? It's like a 10-hour drive." Yeah, what's going on in Texas, man? Why y'all so spaced out? What's y'all's problem? Y'all can't be closer like Florida or Carolina or something? What's going on? Bro, Texas is just too big.
Yeah. Well, I'll be my first stint as a Texan.
It's gonna be amazing, bro. And you're gonna find some way to make some big money. You're gonna be all right.
I have little doubts, yeah. But I don't know. I'm thinking about doing more. I'm like super leaning into the community aspect. I think I'm good at it. I think people are in desperate need for it, and I think a lot of other communities. Obviously, I'm in War Room with you. Obviously, I'm not in GoBundance, but I have a huge GoBundance circle. Like, I understand what it is. I'm part of Better Life out here with Brandon Turner. But I think actually GoBundance excluded because I think they do a really good job from what I can tell. I think most places do it. At best, they do it differently than what I think is the best way to do it. And so I'm like, I think it's time for Alex to build something because I think I can do something unique and meaningful.
I think you're 100% on to something. First of all, I think you would be a great community leader, a community guy, and put a community together. I tell you too, like, at least from the experience that I had, the part that makes or breaks a community is what happens after people are in for a long time, right? When the community goes from like 100 to 300, does it still have that small community feel? And that's like, to me, that's the most, and this is me personally, I think that's the most important part. Because, like, there's a difference going to a John Mayer concert and it's 10 people in the room versus 1,000, right? I like that. You always want that I'm close to the community feel. Like, I can call Alex and just chop it up with Alex. It's not always about business. Or I can hit up Johnny and say, Johnny, hey, I need help with yada yada, and he'll talk me through it, or we'll talk about experience or whatever else. I think that's been my experience with some of these groups. ADPI felt like it fell apart to me because of that. I had another one I'm part of called the Morning Meetup, which is good, and I still love the Morning Meetup, but it just got so big, and the host David Shantz, he got so big that it kind of doesn't feel the same. But with War Room, it still feels small, and then with Go Abundance Emerge, it still feels small.
Yeah, there is something about the smallness of it that I think, you know, who taught me this actually. Brandon started a meetup, and he started a private mastermind that is very intimate. He goes, it's called the 50, and he's like, it'll never be more than 50 people ever. And I think there's something about that. Now you have to pay more. You have to pay a lot more if you want to limit it like that. But maybe you do, maybe you don't. It depends, because I might not need to make money on this. So it might just be like, hey, here's 50 people or 100 people that's like highly curated. It's not a cost barrier. It's a personality barrier.
Right.
But yeah, I think about all these things. I do think a lot of these groups they either become money-making opportunities, and so then the give a shit is gone once you're in.
Yeah.
And then people, and some people will just naturally, find their way. But that's not buying a product. That's just you found the right person. And then the other one is, I think a lot of times they become fan clubs. And
yeah. When the leader becomes so big, it turns into a show. Than it is.
I think that's what like the Cody Sanchez group is about. I don't know how much time she actually spends in there, but from what I understand, it's like,
And I mean, it's because I think as a woman too, there's a dual struggle for her, because like it's hard for a woman to be attractive and not gain that attention, and to still maintain what she wants to maintain. And like Cody is a beast. And I remember when she first started it, and it was like 10 people following her. And it turns into thousands and millions, and now it goes from here working well to here. It works well enough for 1 or 2 people, but it's not. I'm not even sure if it's originally what she wanted it, or if she intended it to be in the long run. But it's just I think it's a catch.
No criticism. It's just definitely it's hard when you're like, look, if 1,000 people want to pay me $1,000 a month, I'm going to say yes. Also,
that's facts. That's true. That's very true.
Also, is that what's best for the community? It's like, maybe not, but this is also, people will pay it. So like, I'm going to say yes.
Right. And like you said, no judgment to her. I think Cody's dope. I'm looking forward to seeing her at the WatchCon. I interviewed her before, but I imagine, just like you said, like, how can Ronaldo turn down a $12 million deal? Or sorry, was it 12 billion? I think he got paid $12 billion to play a year in Abu Dhabi. What? I'm not turning down $12 billion for a year. You know how much that is a month, let alone yo, get out of here. I'm taking that. Right? I can't be mad at that. I get it. I absolutely get it.
There was an old comedian that did a joke about this, and he's like, you ever see these people that complain about like their favorite star? Like, why won't they just retire? And it's like, that's because you gave some guy who's like, hey, you're not in the prime anymore, but we still want you on the B team. And we'll pay $6 million a year. And you're like, $6 million?
Right.
I'm not going. Yeah, sure.
Say less.
I'm past my prime. I'll go. Oh, you're gonna put me as a coach now? You want me as a newscaster for the game instead of playing it? But you're gonna pay me
what?
$5 million? Yep.
Right.
Say yes to that.
Your hydration engineer? Say no more. Yeah. I got you. Water boy it up. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, $3 million a year. You're like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to say no because some ding dong on the internet's like, just leave already. We want some new blood in here. Like, no, he said $5 million, bro. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we staying. Matter of fact, I'm camping out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll play my worst. What do you want to tell you?
Yeah, word up. I want to be back on the bench. I don't got to expend no energy, and you paying me like that? Nah, man. Get me back out here on the bench. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm with you. 100%.
$200 million a year.
Bro, Ronaldo. And then we look at Messi's contract. It's not worse. Matter of fact, his is probably better because this is bigger long-term money. Because Apple gave him a deal and the MLS gave him a deal. And I'm sure he's going to get into Beckham's team somehow.
Just none of this is advertising or secondary dollars. This is just front end.
Straight up. Straight up. Come on, man.
Dude,
come on.
Well, I think I emailed you. I sent you a new link because I changed my link.
Okay, yeah.
I'm in the process
so I was going to tell you, and I sent this in email. I went and tested it after I dropped it in the group. updated the link in the group, and it gave me a 404 error, but I don't know if that was me or...
No, what's happening? Okay, you know what? Here, actually, let me send you the right one. I fucked it up. Okay, I just sent you the correct one.
Okay.
Again. The other one was wrong. So
okay.
What I did was, I just have this on like Calendly, but what I want to do is I want to get all of these names into my CRM. And so the software I use, which I highly recommend, Go High Level, if you want to like build a business, it's like a really good platform to build a business on. I want to get everything into Go High Level. So now they have a Calendly function built into the software. So I moved the sign up link onto my website.
Right.
And so I was changing the links this weekend. So I just sent you it, and that should be that's the correct link.
Okay. Say less. I'm gonna update it right now. So I'll forget. Facebook. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna update it in the GoBundance group now and get it squared off. That should be.
Dude, you're too good,
bro. I wanted to make sure, I take care of people who take care of me and take care of other people. So
yeah. Well,
you definitely hit that category hard. I'm glad I met you, bro. I'm excited. This friendship's already getting fun.
And I'll see you in a month and a half.
Yes, sir, you will. And I can't wait. Boy, I can't wait. We're gonna camp out in the lobby. Let's do it.
All right. Sounds good. I'm gonna I got another call in 10 minutes, and I gotta fucking splash some water on my face. It's 7 a.m. here.
Man, you're a handsome devil. You're good. You just come on. Look, start with the lights off, and then slowly fade in, just like you did earlier.
Love that. They love that.
Yeah,
oh, you want to fade it in? That'd be fun.
Fade it in, bro. Fade it in. All right, bro. Stay out of trouble. Have fun. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Hey, don't leave.
Let up. Okay.